Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, Hine Ma Tov U'Manayim. 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 Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. I have a new song for us this evening. It's called Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. One mitzvah performed leads to another. One transgression also leads to another. To be righteous is very, very good. And Shabbat is a mitzvah, and we are all here together, and it's a joyous melody. So I want to share it with you. So I'm going to do a little bit by little bit, then we'll sing the whole thing. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Do you think you can try that with me? Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Next is Avera Goreret Avera. Same melody. Avera Goreret Avera. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Goreret Mitzvah. Ya lai la lai lai. Let's try that together. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Avera Goreret Avera. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Goreret Mitzvah. Ya lai la lai lai. Second part. Liot Tzadik. Zetov. Zetov. Can we try that together? Liot Tzadik. Zetov. Zetov. Liot Tzadik. Zetov me'od. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Avera Goreret Avera. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Goreret Mitzvah. Ya lai la lai lai. Again. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Avera Goreret Avera. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Goreret Mitzvah. Ya lai la lai lai. Leo. Liot Tzadik. Zetov. Zetov. Liot Tzadik. Zetov me'od. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Avera Goreret Avera. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Goreret Mitzvah. Ya lai la lai lai. One last time. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Avera Goreret Avera. Mitzvah Goreret Mitzvah. Goreret Mitzvah. Ya lai la lai lai. Ya lai la lai lai. Ya lai la lai lai. I don't know why, but that's such a happy tune for me. So thank you for singing that with me, and bringing in Shabbat with those beautiful melodies. And at this time, I would like to invite up Ava and Michael to help us light our candles and our Kiddush this evening. Thank you. Actually, first go ahead and read that.
Blessed are you, our God, who has helped us journey this far. May the illumination of these candles light a path to acceptance, forgiveness, and rededication. May the light they share emanate kindness, friendship, and love. Can you do that? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvato v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed is the spirit of humanity which rejoices in leisure with the fruit of the vine. Blessed is the web of life. Blessed are the knowledge of labor and humanity which create the cup of the wine for our enjoyment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Brei Pri Hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
Nu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, b'aharva uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehillah l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodecha be'ahava uvratzon hinhaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mechadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Okay, it's time to spread some joy around the room. So if you are sitting next to somebody, if you know them or not know them, wish them a Shabbat Shalom. And as we do every week, we really appreciate all of our live streamers. And so if I know the camera, she says every time is, there it is, above the music stand. So wave Shabbat Shalom to everybody on live stream. We're so happy that you're here with us this evening. And we're going to continue that gratitude going with a song of gratitude. How wondrous that our world is. L'chu naranana. L'chu naranana. Yai lai 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 lai. L'adon Litzor Yisheinu. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Let us sing out to God, the maker of all, sure and strong. Let all of creation from mountain to sea hear our song. Lehu miran hana. Yai, lai, 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 lai. La Adonai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Nariah. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Litzor Yisheinu. Yai, lai, 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 lai. For all of the wonder and all of God's light, we rejoice. So now let us listen with all of our hearts to hear God's voice. Lehu nivranana. Yai, lai, 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 lai. La Adonai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Nariah. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Litzor Yisheinu. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Running to the edge of the fields, chasing the sunset, breathless mystics, lost for hours in the forest of meditation, returned suddenly to the urgency of time. Boi! They summoned her together, the Sabbath bride, her veil made of pure sunlight, the trail of her dress made of stars. Boi kala, Shabbat, Hamalcha. Enter, O bride, the Sabbath, our queen. With pure hearts, they offer her a new crown each week, polished with prayers and good deeds, with gems of each color found in the flickering lights of the Sabbath candles. And so we enter the Sabbath queen with Lecha Dodi. We'll do 4 verses, and at the 4th verse, an invitation only. If you choose, we invite you to stand up and face the door to receive the Sabbath Queen, and then turn back around for the last course of Lecha Dodi. And feel free to clap. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai lalalai lalalai Pnei Shabbat Nekabela ay 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 Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai lalalai lalalai Pnei Shabbat Nekabela ay ay shamor v'tzachor b'dibor echad Hishmi anu elanu echad Adonai echad shemo echad L'shemu tiferet v'litihila Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai lalalai lalalai Pnei Shabbat Nekabela ay 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 Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai lalalai lalalai Pnei Shabbat Nekabela ay ay likrat Shabbat lechuvenecha ki mekor habracha meirosh mikedem nisucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tehila lecha dodi lichad kalai yalalai lalalai lalalai b'nei Shabbat lekabela ay 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 lecha dodi lichad kalai yalalai lalalai lalalai b'nei Shabbat lekabela ay ay hitoriri kiva orei kuliori uri shirda beiri devora Adonai alai gigala lecha dodi lichad kalai yalalai lalalai lalalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela ay 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 lecha dodi lichad kalai yalalai lalalai lalalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela. I invite you to please rise. Ay ay boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'sola toch emunei am segula boi chala lecha dodi lichad kalai yalalai lalalai lalalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela ay 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 lecha dodi lichad kalai yalalai lalalai lalalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela. You may be, I actually take that back. I'm sorry, the rise, and I thought, please stay. We are going to sing as we bless and take us into our Baruch. As we bless the source of light, so we are blessed. As we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. And the blessings give us strength and makes our visions clear. And the blessings give us peace and the courage to dare again. As we bless the source of light, so we are blessed. As we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. And our blessings give us strength and makes our visions clear. And our blessings give us peace and the courage to dare. As we bless the source of light, so we are blessed. As we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. I invite up Joan to do our next reading.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. We continue with the V'ahavta, which also can be found on page 36 in your prayer books if you prefer that. Ve'ahavta Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi metzalvecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha b'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha b'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim lelohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. Make your prayer tumble like sagebrush driven by the wind. Any wind, here and there circling with dirt and dust down a quiet road, everything else abandoned, apparent randomness, no matter, no thought, no purpose, other than to be taken, a surrender of reason, tumble, stumble, thorny prayer, driven by breeze, breath, and sigh, gathering the nitty-gritty as it grabs whatever is offered up upon the dry, hot lands of open space, open to the winds, open to the grounds, open to the air, open to the rumble of journey, open to the real understanding that we roll along pretending to be masters of all, and we are not. And that is prayer. Submit the heart and the will to supplication and hope and optimism that we may bear this journey with joy, tumbled and thorny as it may be. We join together with the Micha Mocha, which can also be found on page 40 in your prayer books, the version from Nichols. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha nedar ba'kodesh, Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha nedar ba'kodesh. No ad hilot, O say Lecha ra'u vanecha, ukei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'eli anu ve'amaru, Ze'eli anu ve'amaru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot, osei pelech, Nora tehilot, osei pelech, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Why is it important to count our blessings? Because of the human temptations to pray only prayers of asking for something at those times when we are aware of the pain and the unfulfilled yearnings in our life. We can only begin to accept the all of life and affirm that life is worth its price if we lift to consciousness all the good in our lives. A prayer specifically for Shabbat, joy and gratitude, clapping and singing along. If you want to get up and twirl, please feel free to do so. Vishamaru also could be found on page 44. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi Shabbat v'nafash, Shabbat v'nafash, Shabbat v'nafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. At this time in our service, it is the Amidah, so an invitation and an invitation only. You're invited to stand. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei v'Nehem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Be'ezrat Sarah, atah Gibor L'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv Haruach U'Morid Hagashem, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayim Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'ageverot, Umido Malach, Melech Meimit Umechayeh, Umatmiach Yeshua, B'ne'eman atah hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom yehalalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. A blessing of gratitude, which is from our prayer book, and it can be found on page 177. And I invite you to read along with me. For the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise. For the desire in us, which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For life and nature, harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow, all praise the source of being. I invite us now to pray the prayers that are in our own hearts. Again, thank you for being here this Friday after Thanksgiving. Today is actually Black Friday, and it seems like such a strange name for a day. Many people wait all year to make big purchases or buy their holiday gifts. Apparently, the first use dates from around 1950 to 1960 in Philadelphia. Who knew? It originally was a term the police used to describe the chaos caused by crowds of shoppers and traffic jams that the day after Thanksgiving caused. The term was later adopted and transformed from a negative view to a positive one by the retailers who rebranded it around 1980s to match the way that the day after Thanksgiving caused their finances to go from in the red to in the black due to the surge of the holiday sales. They were, and probably still are, very thankful for Thanksgiving. Thankfulness can also be found in this week's Torah portion, Vayetze. Jacob is alone for the first time. He's running from the wrath of his brother, and he's on his way to his uncle when he falls asleep using a rock for a pillow. Ouch. He has the famous dream of the ladder, where the angels are ascending and then descending from earth to heaven and heaven to earth. God speaks to Jacob. The highlight of the dream is that God extends the covenant that God made first with Abraham and then with Jacob's father Isaac, now with Jacob, our third patriarch, and ultimately to the Jewish people. However, when Jacob wakes up, he is astonished and full of skeptical gratitude. Maybe you are wondering what skeptical gratitude is. It's a phrase that I made up. It's gratitude that is delayed due to the need of further affirmation or on a condition, if-then scenario. So Jacob took the stone that was his pillow, and he created a pillar, and he anoints the pillar with oil, and he makes a vow affirming God's promises, which are, and Yaakov vowed a vow saying, if God will be with me and will watch over me on this day that I go, and will give me food to eat and a garment to wear, and if I come back in peace to my father's house, Adonai shall be a God to me. And this stone that I have set up as a standing pillar shall become a house of God. And everything that you give me, I shall tithe it to you. Well, we all have something to give, but not Jacob. Not at least, not now. He's fleeing, and he has absolutely nothing. Well, nothing material, that is. But he does now have hope. Biblical vows were taken very seriously. And even if he returns poor, he will give a tenth of whatever it is that he has. He may not be happy about it, but tithing is a form of gratitude. Spoiler, he later does return with much wealth, and he will be in the black, not in the red. One of the many things that I like about Judaism is that it teaches us to visualize a better world, a world where we can practice being more passionate, kinder, and more cooperative than we are now at any given moment. Judaism can inspire and it can guide us through mitzvot, such as tithing, giving back, or simply just giving to others, especially those less fortunate. We do mitzvot to show our gratitude. The word Yehudim, Hebrew for Jews, is derived from the word for gratitude as an expression of thanks to God. Leah names her fourth son Judah, Yehudah. Appreciation is in our very name. On the Jewish character traits of Musar, one of them is gratitude. And Musar is a Jewish practice that emphasizes moral discipline and ethical conduct through the study, meditation, and self-reflection. It is called Hakarat HaTov, which literally means recognizing the good. An Israeli composer named Uzi Heatman wrote a song called Todah, and Todah means thank you in Hebrew. There are 3 verses, and they all start with gratitude. And it goes like this. Thanks for all you made. Thanks for all you gave me. Insight and understanding, a friend or two. For all that I have in the world, a flowing song and a forgiving heart. Because of all this, I go on. Thanks for all you made. Thanks for all you gave me. A child's laughter, blue skies, a piece of land and a warm home, a place to sit, loving friends. Because of all this, I go on. Thanks for all you made. Thanks for all you gave me. A day of happiness, honesty, and integrity. A sad day that is gone. The victory of 2,000 years and the white wings of peace. Because of all this, I go on. Now that is a beautiful song of recognition. And I remember when I started learning Musar, journaling was one of the things that they encouraged as a practice. And I quickly learned that I was not a consistent journaler. For the midah of gratitude, a midah is a specific character trait, and we were journaling every day all the gratitude that we could recognize. And it is much harder than you think. At least it was for me. I was grateful if I found the time or even remembered to journal my thoughts at the end of the day. And my gratitude became a list of 5 quick things. And it wasn't too long before I noticed that those 5 things started to repeat. It was not poetic like the song that I just read, but a pattern did emerge. Not surprisingly, the opposite of gratitude in English is ingratitude. And in Hebrew, it is called kifui hatov, which literally means covering over the good. So Rabbi Dressler says that true gratitude derives from the force of giving, while ingratitude is spawned by the power of taking. And each midot in Musar, it has a range with an opposite characteristic that is paired with it. So the goal of the learner is to find the balance in each midot. So for example, we all have responsibility. So the extreme of the midah of responsibility is obsessiveness, while the other extreme is neglect. A mystical Jewish teaching from Duties of the Heart contemplates 3 obstacles of gratitude. Ibn Pekuda of the 11th century was a Jewish philosopher and rabbi and author of Duties of the Heart, and he teaches what those 3 obstacles are. Our absorption with insatiable worldly pleasures, which often cause us to miss the what is. We become so habituated to the blessings that we stop seeing them. And we often see the world through the lens of our suffering, and we lose sight of the good with which we have all been blessed. Rabbi Pekuda's work became influential because it argues for the importance of internal spiritual obligations alongside external religious practices. So just as Jacob would have had to tithe the 10th if he returned home safely poor, our Jewish tradition urges us to give thanks regardless of the circumstances. It turns out that the midah of recognition, of gratitude, is also good for our health. Studies have shown that people who study gratitude, no matter how difficult it can be, have fewer symptoms of illness, including depression. People become more optimistic, enjoyed stronger relationships, and were more generous. The more a person repeats a certain action or experience, the more it becomes a habit. I may not be great at journaling, but I should definitely receive some good mojo this evening for the number of times I've repeated the word gratitude. It was sprinkled all throughout the service as well. So for many of us, yesterday was centered around a special meal for the purpose of expressing thankfulness. And Jacob's dream led him to God and to gratitude and the desire to give back. A better world is a more compassionate world that not only knows how to recognize the good, but also has the desire to seek it out for ourselves and for others. In that spirit of gratitude, I share a Thanksgiving blessing written by Michael Gernfinkel. In the glow of autumn's golden light, we gather close, hearts warm and bright, a table set with care and love, blessings flow from God above. The whisper of leaves in the crisp, cool air calls us to reflect, to praise, to care. Family, friends, and traditions dear, the joy of community year by year. Through trials endured, we find our song in Torah's wisdom where we belong. A mitzvah done, a prayer well spoken, a covenant cherished, never broken. So let us give thanks in this sacred time for blessings endless and divine love. May shalom surround us and hope endure, a future of promise, bright and pure. With hearts united, we lift our plea. May God's blessing shine on all we see. And let us say, Amen. So as we enter the restfulness of Shabbat, may we continue to recognize all the things that we are thankful for. May our homes and hearts be filled with gratitude, love, laughter, and shalom, peace. Shabbat shalom. So blessings don't stop there. Either does the gratitude. We are grateful this month for November birthdays, and we celebrate together, whether we're here in the sanctuary or whether we are on live stream. And if you would like to share with us that you happen to be celebrating a November birthday, I invite you to either stand or wave if there's anybody in our sanctuary for November. Well, on live stream, if you are standing or waving, we offer you this birthday blessing. In honor of your birth and the joys of life and your presence here, I offer you this blessing. May the power of love and peace shine in you and on your way, that you will be able and allow yourselves to love and be loved. May the powers of manifestation be realized in your thoughts, words, and deeds, with abundance flowing within you and without. May gratitude pour from your lips and flow like a river, being nourished to you and to those you love. May the Creator of life and light be with you. Amen. And we also get to celebrate anniversaries together that are in the month of November. So, do we happen to have any month of November? Anybody? And I don't want to call anybody out, so if you don't, we will still say the blessing. Okay, we have a November anniversary. So, and on live stream, our community rejoices with you. And we offer you this prayer. In the fullness of this day's joy, we turn in thanksgiving to the eternal source of blessing. We give thanks for the strength that has preserved and sustained you and permitted you to reach this hour. In the midst of the community, let us share in your joy, your bond in friendship, and love for one another. Let those be years of health and contentment, of unclouded happiness in the circle of your family and loved ones, of unbroken connection of love and caring to those who are far and to those who are near. And let us all say, Amen. We offer prayers and blessings, and we also offer prayers for healing. There are those in our community that we are praying for. Christopher Ryan Martindale, Corinne Talia Turner-Jacob, Anna M. Cassiano, David Shostak, Jamie Johnson, Rick Montroy, Gordon Fink, Gary Bradford, Raymond Crump, Denise Travis, Gail Darlow, John Siegel, Frank Fain, Barry Kelmochter, Jean White, Bob Meyer. And at this time, I do invite us to share a name, if you would like, as I look around the room, so that we can all pray together.